Now, Sid Banks is starting to get into thought and consciousness. And it's on page 62 that I'm going to read from, and then also page 67 in Search of the Pearl. So, see if I want to say anything before I just dive into a little reading here. So we're going to look at thought and consciousness, and also at insight. You'll see how it all fits together. Okay, so page 62. You can't have consciousness without thought, or thought without consciousness. Thought is just as constant as consciousness. It's like this, Richard. There are two thought systems, the divine and the personal. Now, I would say that the personal thought system is the one that's attached to ego, not just the ego that I'm so great, I'm better than other people, but ego that is also, I'm not as good as other people. It's anything. When Sid talked about ego, it was about any personal thinking that we do, anything about ourselves, good, bad, high, low, left, right. It's just all ego and personal thinking. So let's see how this ties in on page 67. You see, Richard, when a true realization takes place, it's not the knowledge from one's intellectual understanding. Rather, it's a glimmer from the spiritual intelligence that guides one's direction from within. When this kind of insight takes place, you should never fear its arrival. It comes not like the roar of a lion, but gently like a lamb, bringing contentment and positivity. It is never disturbing. Such a realization comes from a source of uncontaminated knowledge. You know, as I read this now, you know, again, no matter how many times we can read books by Sid, we're going to see something a little deeper. What I realize when I'm reading this is that I know a group of us, and also when I was writing The Secret of Love with Christine Heath, we got to a passage somewhere about knowing, understanding when we come from wisdom. And I can't remember now what the story was about, but it had to do with, does wisdom come with when you're in a good feeling, or can it come in the midst of a really bad feeling? And yes, of course, it can come in the midst of a really bad feeling. You're grappling with something, and then boom, the quiet voice speaks some wisdom that'll get you out of the difficulty, or at least temporarily remove you from the difficulty. And then a feeling of peace comes with that. So if you have any questions about this or comments, please let us know in the comments. Bye for now.